Hi and welcome to Great Expectations. Have you been to a kiddies party recently? Were you intimidated by the decor and the entertainment, the cake and those party packs? How much did they spend on those? Well, today we're going to get some perspective on the party front on our spring birthday baby show. And we have just the right people for the job. They're mums Nikki Bush and Yudika Sujnani. Nikki is a parenting expert who presents workshops on this very topic and more. And Yudika is a chef and writer. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for the toys and the cake. And I just want to say thank you to Lebo for not being here today so I can do this lovely show and eat cake. Now, Nikki, we'll talk about the parties that we're used to as kids, and I think we all go way back when. We were used to some cake, balloons, some coloured cold drinks on the table to make the parties pretty, running around with our friends. How have things changed? Will that cut it these days for a kiddies party in 2012?
I think we need to understand that this generation of children is the most entertained generation ever. They have been stimulated, overstimulated from the time they were born. And so they have this expectation. They arrive at a party and they say, non-verbally, entertain me. And where's the party pack? So we just need to be aware of this generation. By the same token, it doesn't mean to say that simple doesn't cut it anymore. And that's where parents need to draw the line. Simple and fun, and maintain the human factor. And kids actually do enjoy simple fun. I have had children come to birthday parties, and I have to say I'm the queen of home-based birthday parties. Yes. And they arrive, and they're possibly children who have come from a home where the computer center has 3 screens and 4 keyboards, and they've got everything that opens and shuts. And those are the kids who come to me at the end of a simple but fun birthday party, and they say, Nikki, this was the best fun I've ever had.
Wonderful. Well, the best fun, but what's the most outrageous party you've ever been to or you know about?
There are some unbelievable stories out there at the moment.
Tell us yours.
Where parents have spent 150,000 on a party. It's at a local country club. You've got 4 kinds of entertainment going. You've got everything for children to eat, and their parents, of course. And then there was another one that cost about 30,000 rand. Every child was given some kind of an iPod shuffle as the take-home party pack. The parents had the sumptuous feast, and at the end of the party there was then a cocktail party for the parents on the upper deck of the house.
Oh, where were the kids?
The kids were
passed out,
obviously.
Okay.
And then in addition, they all got, there was another one where they all got a South African wig, and the whole party theme, I think it was Soccer World Cup, where the whole thing was decked out professionally for the kids. Not only that, but the take home, in addition to the wig, was a leather soccer ball.
No way.
So, you know,
that's hard,
big money.
That's hard to beat,
and buying it all in, and I'm not saying you shouldn't at times buy it all in or take the kids off-site. There definitely are times. Sometimes we have to be rational about
Well, speaking of rational, how do we get rid of all the hype around a kiddie's birthday party and remember what the day is about and who the day is about?
Well, the day really is about your child. By the same token, a very young child can get overly excited, hyped up, and be an absolute nightmare. So when they're very young, sort of 1 to 3, you almost play it down. This is another day in Africa. This is just a normal day. And then the party kind of evolves. They know there are balloons and there's cakes going on, but we don't actually have to get too joie about the whole thing.
All of that.
But come 4 or 5, your children are old enough to get involved in creating things for the party.
And we are going to talk more about the different age groups.
And deciding and saying what they want. You know, you can say to a 4-year-old, what kind of party would you like? If it's a little boy, would you like dinosaurs or would you like cowboys?
And you can talk about it,
you know,
and plan it.
And they've actually had enough life experience to choose.
Now, you were talking about all these gadgets and gadgets in the party packs, and you've come up with a very term, a very weird term, party packitis. Is it? Have I got it right? Have I said it right?
It's an inflammatory disease that affects this generation of materialistic children. And those are the kids who arrive and from the beginning, they're looking for the party pack.
That's the attraction,
And they're the children who, when you give them a lollipop and a balloon, when they leave, they look at you and they go, is that all?
Where's the rest?
Where's the rest?
But, you know, is there a brave mum out there? Who is the brave mum who is not going to do the party pack and overdo the party pack?
Well, what I'm going to show you as we go through the show is that there are ways and means of getting beyond that party packitis by creating the party pack as part of the party. So through the activities at the party, the children make things that then get popped into a little cellophane packet, okay, and you keep some ribbon handy, and as they finish their little projects or their crafts, etc., they get popped in a packet, a little bit of ribbon, and then they take home.
You work for your party pack, and you appreciate it a bit more.
This was a party I did for my son, actually. I found this in the archives, a treasure collection checklist, where they actually ran through the garden looking for 4 items. There was a bath treasure, a sweet treasure, a boat treasure, and a food treasure. They had to find those treasures, bring them to me, and then we ticked off what they found, so nobody was taking 2 of anything. And then that was put aside with their name on it, okay, and it was nice and fat. And those were at the door with their names in black pen, and they collected them as they left. And they were so proud of the party pack they created. And that certainly didn't, cost a fortune.
And guess what? Pocket a lot.
It kept them going for half an hour of the party.
Great. Nikki, you do a lot of kiddies parties. You've got 3, if I remember, of your own, right? What are the different trends you've noticed when it comes to birthday parties over the years?
I just think that they've just got bigger. And I also had those very, very big birthday parties, and then I think now looking back, why did I do that? Almost creates an expectation. But they've been more themes coming into it now. Before it was, like you say, just the balloons and the cake and family and friends. Now it's just everything is themed. There are party packs, there are balloons that match, the serviettes match, and it's not the color-coded ones you find.
Have you noticed cultural differences though in the different parties?
Yes, I have. I have noticed.
That,
I think in an Indian home, parties, a first birthday is like almost like a wedding.
The whole world is there.
Yes, it's like my first kid. We had a band, an Indian band, and all kinds of things.
Well, I think it's it's I think common in a lot of black families as well.
Yes, it is.
It's on that note, yeah.
And I've been to some kiddies parties where it's just quite simple and plain and so enjoyable, where it really is about children getting together and having a fab time rather than...
Well, let's talk more about children getting together and having a fab time and eating the things that they like. Now, tell us more about just, the secret to getting the food right for a kiddies party. Okay,
the secret, I think, is to not put the cakes out too early. Okay, so I've learned, I've made a few mistakes along the way, and now I say protein first. So you can have some savories first, and I tend to hide the actual sugar table away for later. And it's fun food, it's things that kiddies, a humble drumstick. I don't know a single child except a vegetarian perhaps who doesn't really like tucking into a drumstick, and it kind of takes the edge off. So you're not really going to go and grab cupcakes and size things down. I think people think that cupcakes need to be larger than life, and they just need to be little, because it's like me. What a cupcake, a normal
because
American
they just want
size.
the icing. They don't want their cake underneath. Hey?
No,
You're spending lots and lots of these.
Garden. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got all these little secrets for you and more coming up. Little one's first birthday is such a special affair, though more for mummy and daddy than the toddler, as most of us know. Lots of advice on that one after the break. But right now, it's time for our Pampers Monday Minute, and we'll hear how to get baby to sleep after their exhausting party.
Hi mums, only a third of babies sleep like babies. The rest need a little help. Over the next few Mondays, I'm going to share some of my top sleep secrets with you. Number 1 is EQ. Use your emotional intelligence and instincts to understand your baby better at bedtime. A baby's sleep can be affected by many factors: illness, teething, a bad dream. If your baby can sense you understand how they feel, they relax and sleep better. Sleep tip number 2, never keep a tired baby awake. Mums will often say that if they let their baby nap in the afternoon, they don't settle at night. The trick is to only allow a slightly shorter sleep. And your third sleep tip this morning, say no to TV, at least just before bedtime. It can cause nightmares or overstimulate the brain. More sleep tips next week, mums. Until then, sweet dreams.
Well, those Pampers babies do look like little angels, don't they? Now, you send in your top party tips or your queries now. We're here to help you and take some ideas from you as well.